Check, check, 1, 2. It's Monday Night Hockey here at the Northeast Skate Zone in Northeast Philadelphia, where your Kennett Blue Demons are about to take on the Archbishop Ryan Raiders for what is the third in 4 consecutive games this season. A pleasant good evening and welcome to our coverage of Kennett Hockey. Along with Kevin Mott and Swith and Shortledge, I'm Ed Henry. These two teams played twice before, last week on a Monday, Friday, and they're going to do it again this week, but this time up here in Northeast Skate Zone. Kennett won the first of those 2 games pretty decisively, but I don't know if they were expecting the same result in Game 2. They did not get it. They ended up dropping that game 3-0 to Archbishop Ryan.
So I had a lot of people in my family were sick that Friday night, and I wasn't here. And I didn't really get to see much of the game. What happened?
One of the biggest things that I would say we looked at and noticed in that is it seemed that possibly the team came out thinking that, oh, we walked all over them and we're going to do that again. And then once it kind of started to not go that direction, there were a few players that, in my opinion, seemed they wanted to take the game on their stick and do it by themselves. There was a lot of, and it's going to be mentioned, one of our keys of the game, they tried to go across the blue line and cut to the middle and go through 2 or even 3, well, there was the away red jerseys of Ryan, and it doesn't.
That usually doesn't work.
That doesn't work. So,
Okay.
So with that, we'll go to our coach's keys of the game, brought to you by High Impact Fitness. Pucks deep and wide zone entry. That wide zone entry being the biggest piece that we just mentioned a moment ago. They're looking for a comeback game. So hopefully Kennett can go back to what was successful in that first meeting with Ryan and put this one in a win category. And then, of course, as I'm starting to call a master key of the game because it kind of fits in every single game lock, and that is 12 shots a period. I think one of the other things that I noticed, too, is that Kennett didn't seem to play very well defensively in that last Ryan game. I would imagine that our netminder probably wasn't too pleased with some of his defensemen because there were a few of those that they kind of hung him out to dry. With that, we'll take a look at the stats so far for that netminder for Kennett. It's number 31, Aiden Mott. He's right now on a record of 10-4. He's faced 354 shots so far this season with a goals against average of 2.5, and he's just over 90% on his save percentage.
Good numbers.
We'll scroll through the roster. The team, there's our seniors. That would be Nate Kelly, Nate Cuccinata, Eddie Henry, and Nate DeWitt. There are the juniors, Nick Vitale, Matthew Hayes, Tate Shortledge, Tommy Schillinger, and Cameron Brown. Sophomores, Colin Kelly, Eric Heinzelman, and Rowan Hagee. And the freshman class, Luke Ganley, Ben Fisher, Braden Naiman, Lucas Mott, Aiden Mott, Drew Showers, and John Tamman. With that, we'll talk about the scratches for tonight. For Kennett, scratch number 5, Luke Ganley, and scratch number 12, Nate DeWitt. For Ryan, at least last our conversation with their coaches, they have a full squad tonight. So I know that's kind of rare for any team at the high school level.
Yeah, it does look like they have a full bench here.
We're in the final minute of pregame warm-ups. As you can see, Archbishop Ryan is in their home white jerseys. Kennett is in their away black. I don't know about you, but I like the black jerseys.
I like both. Well, yeah, I do. I like the white too. The only thing I don't like about the white is my kids. Kennett is spelled wrong.
Remember you mentioned that. I guess we could do a quick look here, and I don't see that on anybody else. He's got the special one. I think you said it's what, missing a letter?
No, it has an extra N. It's Knennett. So I have 3 N's in Kennett. But not very many words start with KN. Well, I guess actually there's probably a couple. No.
Kennett?
Not. Yeah.
Well, I can't take the blame for that one. Most things spelling-wise that happen either with the team or with the broadcast, I am take full responsibility for. But that one's not on me. Now, if everybody's jersey was spelled that way, then yes, that would absolutely be my fault.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form.
That's true.
I guess they just had an extra letter and figured they'd squeeze it in somewhere.
More is better, they thought, but when you're having the name of your high school on your chest and it's spelled wrong, it just looks weird.
So, it hasn't come up too much, but there's still every once in a while I catch a ribbing from last year when we got the jerseys made and the spelling of the names to where Cuccinata and DeWitt had an extra letter, and then, of course, the best part was that I spelled my own last name wrong on my son's jersey. But at least we had fun with it. I know at the the end of season banquet, I made sure to make an extra certificate with his senior letter, his varsity letter, and I intentionally made one that said Eddie Henney. All right, so warm-ups are complete. Both teams will come out to center ice, and we'll get this game started. Coming out to start this one off. Nate Kuchinat will take the drop. He's got Shortledge and Colin Kelly out there with him. Nate Kelly and Matthew Hayes on the defense pair. One off a skate back into the Kennett end. Kuchinat will get there. He'll reverse it around. Matthew Hayes will go over to pick that up in the corner. Tries to make a move around, goes up to the point, and does get by him. Colin Kelly chips one in. It's number 9, Jake Cahill. He'll roll it up. Nate Kelly kept it in momentarily. A bit of a shoulder afterwards. Retreated back. Matthew goes to drop it for Kuchinat, but he had peeled away, so a turnover there. Shot goes off the outside of the net. Dig for it there, and the referee will just blow it dead, and they'll face that off in the Kennett end. I guess, oh, there we go. I guess they were adding the time on the clock for a second there because it said 1 minute and change, and looks like they flipped it back over.
Well, you can see there in that first shift, there were 2 defensive unforced turnovers, and you can see what that does. We spent an extra 20 seconds in our zone right off the draw. Had a miscue with the defenseman, and then right there at the end, Hayes gave a bad pass to Kuchinat.
Ryan player goes down. He's clutching his head. Hopefully he's all right. Looks like the trainer's heading out to the ice. I'd kind of glanced down. It looked like as they were heading towards the boards that he just kind of caught an edge or something and went awkwardly into the boards.
The way he's grabbing his head, did he go in head first? I didn't quite see it because it was off to the side. It was away from the play, I guess, I would say, so I didn't really.
Yeah, they were going in towards the puck in the corner, and the puck had just gone further down towards the goal line. You said it just looked like he kind of went in awkwardly, like I don't know if he caught an edge or. Trainer's probably talking to him, just make sure that there's not a neck injury. Always one of the concerns. I think he was clutching the back of his head. We got him sitting up, which is a good sign. Both teams and those in attendance.
Do you know which player that is that's down, Ed, or no?
I do not. Yeah, that's number 17, Connor LePay, who's over there with him, along with number 2, Patrick Schubert. Got him to his feet. And he'll get some assistance. And he's skating to the bench on his own ability, which is definitely a good sign. That's actually number 6, Sean Schubert, who is down on the ice. So he's going to sit to the side. I'm going to guess that probably either the coach or the trainer will come over and probably go through the concussion protocol.
One thing I noticed when he was skating to the bench, one of his players, was basically saying, like, good job, but he, like, patted him on the head. And usually if you have a head injury, you wouldn't want to get touched on the head.
Yeah. Puck chipped into the Kennett end. Heitzelman will move it out the neutral zone. It's a little challenging when they're right below us. Active stick there. Ryan Heinzelman will try to move it back out. Martinez, who moved it in momentarily, and Messino's in on the play, but Kennett's able to move it up to the line, but not out. Heinzelman, he moves it ahead. Has Lucas Mott in the zone, makes the move. Tries to cut in front. And it was Stephen Quinn who prevented that. Still trying to force him behind the net, and then finally it's LePay that comes in and forces it up to the line. Cucinotta kept it in momentarily, but LePay gathers up and he'll move it down into the Kennett end. Cucinotta puts on the brakes, and he'll skate up. Through center ice. Cuts to the outside, drops it there for Mott. Try to get it back to Cucinotta, finally gets to him, goes right out, was looking for Shower sitting in the slot, but that got over his stick. Down in the corner, LePay will lift it the length of the ice, and that'll be icing. .46 to go here in this first period. No score.
So looks like Cucinotta took the first shift as a center, and now he's back at D, and Schillinger looks like he's playing center.
He's all put in the corner. Showers is there. Rolls up to the point. Hayes tries to keep it in, but gets by him. Earhart goes in, pushed off of his stick. Patrick Foy chases it down in the corner. Goes all the way up to Martinez. Sits in the slot. Matthew Hayes has it right now behind the net. Looks for an outlet. He'll send it up through the neutral zone. Jump on it. Shot there. Great opportunity from Vitale. Turned it on the Jets to try and get at least a shot on net, and managed it one just wide. Showers in the corner. Forced all the way up to the point. Eddie Henry snaps one there. Hits traffic, but stays wide. Up to the point there. Got past Nate Kelly, but Eddie Henry races over to at least keep it in the zone. The corner goes up, goes off the skate of Foy. Earhart's able to gather it, goes down. Tried to get past Nate Kelly, but second attempt, gets a stick on it. Rolls out in front, battle for the puck there. We get a whistle. Guess the net must have come off its moorings. Couple good opportunities there for Kennett.
That was a nice stretch play to Vitale. That's something I think that's underrated, is just getting pucks behind defensemen, making them turn and pivot and go back for the puck. You can get a lot of chances that way.
Shot there from LePay, hit traffic in front. He was sitting wide open in the slot. The puck will go all the way down for an icing, so they'll bring that back down to the Kennett end. Colin Kelly to take that. One back shot there. That one's also deflected into the corner. Comes up to the line, but kept in. Cahill put it to the far corner. Pay look for it, but Heinzelman beats him to it. Up on the far boards to Cucinotta. He'll roll back, get a little bit of space, and put it in deep from center ice. Shortledge races to get to it. Takes a check from behind there from Schubert. Puck goes off the outside of the net. Forced into the corner. Colin Kelly got it to Shortledge, forced off of his stick. He's first one to it behind the net. Goes up for Cucinotta. That was behind him. He didn't see it, but ended up getting it back over to Shortledge. Turnaround shot right in front. Ended up getting to Schubert. He was sitting right there, able to clear it out. Puck flipped in there from LePay. Right in on Mott. He'll just cover up and take the whistle. Ben Fisher in to take this one. Sits and skates. Neiman tried to get to it, rolls right through. Matthew Hayes, he'll send it all the way down. Oh, try to hit Mott. He was at least 10, 20 feet behind. Puck comes in. Takes down Quinn. They'd have been able to get that pass through. He had a lot of open ice in front of him.
There's a theme so far, a pattern here. Kennett's trying stretch pass to get some guys behind the defense.
We've seen that play used a number of times against Kennett. Chipped ahead. Mont races over to it. Puts pressure on Martinez. Puck goes up into the Ryan bench. And out of play. Fisher, Neiman, and Mott out there with Hayes and Heintzelman. Put right to Schubert. It's tied up at their feet. Finally knocked out the center ice. And Foy with it. Knocked away from him. Hayes tries to make a move, gets it over to Mott. Mott cuts to the middle, takes the shot, goes off a stick and up and out of play. Kennett will change line. Send out Vitale, Showers, and Schillinger. Kelly and Kuchinata, defense pair for this line. All the way up the glass. Kuchinata was able to glove it down. Second attempt, gets it in along the boards. They battle for it there. Turnaround from Earhart, lifts it back up. Kuchinata will drop it back down again. This one rolls to the line that gets caught up in skates, but Ryan's finally able to move it out into the Kennett end. Kelly will chip it up, looking for Showers. He's able to move it out to the middle. Back in. He's got tied up with the referee. Rolled right to the middle. Kern tried to do something, but he was stripped of that. Kuchinata, 3-on-2. Kennett. Foy goes back to get in the play. Drop, goes shot in. It's Stopro squarely in the chest, and he'll hang on.
Looks like Schubert's still getting some attention from the trainer over here on the side. The guy that fell into the boards and had the injury. Doing a lot of talking. I'm not sure what's going on.
Puck rolled in behind. Martinez with it there. Tries to bank it up. Kept in there by Kelly. Got ahead of Cameron Brown. Then forced out to the middle. Kuchinata chops out. He's got Martinez right on him. Turnaround, tried to go all the way to Brown. Gets by everybody. And that'll be icing. So if you were not here to watch, or well, we know you weren't here, but if you didn't watch the previous game, there was some conversation because number 44, Martinez, was not at the last game, and we knew that it was kind of fitting because of your affinity for hair. Shot there from Mitchell, goes wide. Heinzman works out on the near side, goes to the middle. Kriegers tries to get to it. Eddie Henry takes him off the play. Swatted out there by Hagee. He finally rolls it out the center ice. Battle for it right below us. Heinzelman feathers it ahead. Bodies come together, knocked down. Those Brown and Hagee making a Krieger sandwich.
I don't think Cameron's mom liked that. She's pretty animated in the stands. You know, I've gotten to the point, Ed, where we get catalogs in the mail, you know, for clothing or shoes or whatever. I don't even look at the articles. I just look at the models for their hair and see what's going on.
Why am I not surprised? Puck goes right into the slot there. Foy tried to get a shot off, but that was knocked down. Heinzman races around, chips it ahead for Kuchinata. Drop pass there, tried to get it over. Oh! Colin Kelly was taken awkwardly into the boards there. He's on his knees at the moment. So Colin draws the penalty. Hopefully he's all right. He's on a knee. Gets up, skates off on his own ability. Trainer's going to now head over to the other side. He's going to keep him busy tonight.
Earning his paycheck here.
So power play opportunity for Kennett. Cross-checking Minor to number 29, Aaron Earhart. Face-off win back. Schillinger over to Cucinotta. Kennett set up. Back to Schillinger. Rolls it down for Mott. Mott surveys, tried to put it through, was looking for Shortledge, but it goes off a skate into the corner. Do anything with it there. Rolls all the way up. Cucinotta, he'll skate the line. Back over to Fisher. Fisher fit it all the way through, but got through everybody. Cucinotta reverses, got the Mott, steps in front, bouncing puck goes over the net into the corner. Cucinotta to it. Back up to Fisher. Fisher back to Cucinotta. He'll turn around there. Skates in front, goes all the way across for Schillinger. Schillinger takes the shot. Tucked on the side of the net there. Not sure if it was caught in the netting. I know Stopper made the original save, but
Yeah, it looked like Mott, he was behind the net. He faked like he was going to go around wide and tuck it in, but he stopped and came back to the short side and tried to catch the goalie, committing too fast to the other side, but he didn't, and he froze it.
and it wins that back. Right back to Mott. Puts it over to Kelly. He flips one. That goes outside of the net. Fisher first one to it. Back behind for Mott. All the way up for Nate Kelly. Back to Mott in the corner. Rolls it right. Was looking for Fisher, but bounce ended up getting on the stick of Sean Schubert, who is back in the game, so that's a good thing there. Messino, good work to kind of tie up some time behind. Fisher all the way across for Lucas Mott. Drops it. 104 there, comes up to Messino, and he'll send it the length of the ice. 20 seconds remaining on the Earhart minor. He came out and played that, set it up for Matthew Hayes. He feeds it up for Lucas. He's got Neiman coming. Takes the shot and scores! Lucas Mott in the last few seconds of the power play takes the shot far side, gives Kennett the 1-0 lead.
That was good deception there by Mott. He, when he skated down, he took a long look over at the wing. Who was going there, Neiman maybe?
Yep.
He took a long look, and then he just, without looking at the net, he shot it, and the goalie was expecting a pass, I think, and beat him far side on the ice.
Chopped around in the neutral zone, goes all the way far side. Jake Cahill will put it in. Eden comes out to play that. Heinzelman holds behind. Put it up to Vitale. He was looking to kind of center that. Goes off the skate back around. Heinzelman will wrap it all the way up. Showers. Check there by Foy. Gets a shot off. Eden makes that save. Showers try to clear that out. Fanned on that opportunity. Heinzelman will pick it up behind the net. Bounce pass for Vitale. Vitale's across center ice. He'll chip it in.
That's a good play there. He was all by himself, 1-on-4. Just chip it in deep and go get it. That's what he did. Give his team a chance to get players up on the ice.
Foy hits Earhart. Back behind off of his skate. They battle for it there. Kelly takes a check. Eddie Henry with it. He'll bounce it ahead. Kept in at least momentarily. Colin Kelly moves it out. Cucinotta tried to get to it at the circle. Got by him, and Ryan will move it back out to the middle. Thought that was offsides, but apparently not. Up to the point. Collins ready for that check. Turnaround shot there, goes just wide. Hayes races over to keep it in. Chips it, goes to the middle. Cucinotta turnaround shot. Stopper makes that save. Puck chopped out. Colin Kelly knocked it down at the blue line, waits for him to get on sides and puts it in. Martinez stopped it, dropped it his skates, comes up to the line. Hayes comes in to keep it in the zone. Puts it in front. Bouncing puck. Let's Stopper. I got a glove on it, but it's bounced behind him. Up to the line, kept in again. Shortledge kept it in, then took a check afterwards for his effort.
Yeah,
Kennett bench didn't like that.
I mean, that's interference. Like, Shortledge didn't have the puck. He had gotten rid of it, and the kid wasn't trying to get the puck. He just was trying to knock Tate down. That's a penalty.
Turnaround shot there. Stopper makes a huge save. Shortledge with it, puts it just outside of the net as he had bodies on him. Cucinotta from behind, flips it up in front. Up to the point, Kelly, he'll go through traffic, hits a body there. Collin takes another shot, but that goes wide. Cucinotta rolls it back behind for Kelly. That got by him. Throws a body into Martinez, still keeps it in. Schubert will roll it all the way around. Hayes, first one to it. Got it there, but Schubert was able to move it ahead. 3-on-1 for right to the middle. Schubert's got it. Opportunity, backhand, up and over and in.
I was just going to say, Kennett has to be careful here. They're out shooting him 4-1, and they had the momentum, but if you're not careful and let that happen, you just let a team back in the game that was totally out of it this first 12 minutes.
Not sure if I caught the end of that. Yep. Forehand, backhand. Moves top shelf. Heinzelman shovels it all the way in. It rolls just wide of the net. No icing. Schubert fanned on that opportunity. Gets it on the boards. Earhart sends it all the way across for Foy. Foy in across the line. Cuts the middle. Takes the shot. That one goes wide. And rebanks it ahead up. Gets by everybody. Cahill to it from behind his net. To Earhart. Comes right back to Cahill. He'll skate up. Heinzelman. Good active stick to knock that away. Sends it up. Tried to get it to Tamman. Bounces to middle. Cameron Brown to it. And I guess that puck was played with a high stick, so they'll whistle that dead. .349 to go here in this first period. Game all knotted up at 1.
How were the shots in the last game, Ed? Were they more even?
No, Kennett, I think, had 10 in the first period and then maybe 13 by the end of the second. So
Oh, wow.
they weren't really putting any shots up, which was one of the reasons that Coach Joe went back to his master key of the game of 12 shots for the period. Puck across to Nate Kelly. Send it all the way up for Mott. He'll come back. Give himself some space there from Krieger. At the line, Martinez. Chop to the center ice. But I guess there was a check below us because there's a lot of cheering there from the Ryan bench. Cucinotta will reverse. A little more space, makes the move in front. Batted around. Dangerous play there. Comes to the middle. Martinez first one to it. Knocked off of his stick. Fisher harassed by Martinez. Double teamed at the line. Neiman's able to pick it up and feed it ahead for Mott. Mott across the line. Makes the move, cuts to the middle, takes the shot, goes just wide. Comes up, Cucinotta winds up and blasts. That catches the body and hits the glass behind. Mott with it in the corner. Gets it back to Fisher. Fisher leaned on, but Mott's able to gather up the puck. Reverses, steps in front, takes the shot. And Stopper had it. Not sure, but referees say no goal. So they'll face that off down in the Ryan end. Good opportunity there from that shift. .225 to go here in this first period. Game tied at 1. Kennett heavily out shooting Ryan right now, 19-5. Puck rolled up. Hayes comes down the Bennett turnaround there from Schillinger. That one gets by Hayes and out the center ice. Hayes will bank it, but that's a turnover there. LePay makes a move at the line, and he'll go in. Put it out to the middle, no one there. Schillinger's able to gather that up. Drop it for Hayes. Hayes looking, lofts it all the way up, goes off of somebody. Vitale's able to pull it down at the line. Knocked away from him from Cahill. Tried to get it to Earhart. Comes over this direction. That eluded Showers. Pay lifts it all the way again for Earhart. He'll take the shot from center ice. Makes that save. Henry chips it ahead to Vitale. Puck drifts just over the line. He'll go back to LePay. He'll lift it. That one gets by everybody. Heinzelman jumps to it. It's center ice. He'll put it in. Puck goes off of Earhart's skate. Kuchnada with it. Tries to get over Vitale. Whiffed on that first one. Kern in the zone. Tries to get it by Kelly. Doesn't get much on it. Mott drifts it to the corner. Henry chops it ahead. Bouncing puck. Kelly can't get a stick on it. Finally does. Battle there with Schubert. Gets to the Kuchnada. Kuchnada in the zone. He's got Shortledge. Gets the first shot off. Stopper covers up and takes the whistle. In the final minute of play here in this first period.
Looked like Martinez was digging the puck out of his own goalie, and the ref was blowing it like it's like it's his player.
Puck reverse this direction. Nate Kelly comes in to make a play on it. Foy tries to backhand. Kelly holds the line. That support there, got it to Martinez. He'll bank it all the way out. That'll go the length of the ice, and that will be icing. So Kennett so far has been dominating this period in this game with the exception of the one odd man rush the other direction where they had a defensive breakdown and they paid for it.
Yeah, that's a danger of these games when you're dominating. You tend to just relax for one moment, and that's when the other team gets a good chance. And
shot across the line. Takes the shot. It goes off of Earhart and in. Or Stopra, sorry. So Kuchnada puts his team up 2-1 with only seconds remaining in this first period.
do you think that hit one of the Ryan players? I think he just... Let's look here.
Looks like it went high glove side. Bouncing puck sits at center ice. Battle for it there's last few seconds. Mott jumps across the line. Looking for more in the last few seconds. Shovels it in front. Stopper makes a move. Fisher tries to tuck it in, and there's the buzzer ending the first period. So 17 minutes completed so far. Kennett now with the 2-1 lead. Severely out shooting Archbishop Ryan in that period, 21-8.
I think overall that was a good period for Kennett. I think they needed that to get some of their confidence back based on what I've heard from Friday's game. I think the next goal is key. If Kennett can score another one and keep putting the pressure on, that's just going to wear down Ryan. But if they keep letting Ryan come back and keep it close or tie it, that's just, mentally it's tough for Kennett. Like, we're carrying this play and the score's tied. Like, what's going on? So important for a big push here. Start of the second by Kennett.
So it's nice to have a hockey day off yesterday. No games, no practice. Assuming everyone was watching the NFL games.
Tate had a game at 2 o'clock.
Oh.
So we missed
Chester
the
County?
first. Yeah, so we missed the first half of the first quarter. I think by the time we really started watching, the 49ers quarterback only had one arm.
Oh, that happened in the first few minutes.
It's like, I'm glad they won, and, you know, they deserve it, but it's like if you can't beat a quarterback who can't throw because his arm's broken, like, you know he's just going to hand off the whole time because he physically can't throw because it's hurt. It's like, you better win that game.
Both teams have finished their gathering here between periods. Second period, time of long change.
Speaking of the football, I think on Team Snap, there's still practice scheduled for February 12th at 9 o'clock.
That is incorrect. There is no practice on Super Bowl Sunday.
Well, I think Coach Joe probably already canceled it, but it's still on Team Snap, so.
We will go ahead and remove that.
Like, come on, man, it's Super Bowl.
All the way down, Ryan goes off the glass. Fisher keeps it up to Hayes. He just kind of feathers that behind the net. Schubert to it, goes up to the line. Heinzelman gets a whack at it, but Foy was there to move it out the center ice. Earhart goes all the way up into the Ryan bench and out of play. Unless we wanted to have practice and do it as a Super Bowl watch party. No.
I don't think.
Turnover there. LePay tries to backhand, and man, that's a lot on that backhand. Goes up and over the net. Rolled all the way around. Neiman tries to get to it, but Schubert beats him there. Gets it back to LePay. Knocked off of his stick. Goes right in the slot. They battle for it. Earhart sends it up to Cahill. We'll just put it back down low for Foy. Gets a shoulder there from Fisher. Rolled up the boards. Out to the line. Lucas Mott's able to gather up, and he'll go through center ice and in. Puts on the brakes. Lost it in his skates. Fisher able to pick it up. Tries to cut to the middle. Swarming white jerseys able to knock it away from them and move it out the center ice. Battle for there. Once again, lost in skates. Earhart tries to get that shot through. He pulls it off from the corner. He'll chip it around for Cucinotta. Nate banks it ahead. I think he was looking for a better bank than that. Was, I think, trying to get it up to Fisher, but not much on it. At least on the bounce off the boards. Cucinotta with it behind. He'll roll it all the way around for Fisher. Fisher tried to pull it back and gets checked there by Schubert. Get a whistle from way out here at center ice. So Matthew Hayes heads to the box for unsportsmanlike. I think he caught something. He was gripping his hand like he got speared, or
Was it his hand? It looked like he was.
Or he's kind of doubled over. Maybe he got speared in the midsection.
In the nether region, I think, maybe.
It's very possible as well. Not happy
The way
about
he
it.
reacted, it seemed like he got hit in a sensitive spot.
Definitely displeased with it as he voiced his concern to the Ryan bench. And I think he's probably fortunate to only end up with the 2-minute minor after the verbal friendliness given to the bench. Puck rolls up. Schubert sends it up to the line. Cahill rolls it back down. Bounced up. Goes off of Cahill's glove out the center ice. Messino. It's at the center ice. Ends up bouncing to Cucinotta. He'll send it all the way in from center ice. Cahill's got to go back to retrieve. Rolls it to Messina. Knocked away from him. Fisher's able to gather it and send it over to Mott. Fisher and Mott in the zone on sides. Mott hesitates. Takes the shot, goes off a stopper. Fisher was right there waiting for it, and that just got past him. Krieger wraps it in. It's all the way near side where LePay will pull it off the boards. Tried to center it, ends up going back to Sino, all the way across. Cahill rolls it down, shot there, goes up, out of play, and there's a whistle. Sean Schubert took Nate Kelly to the ice, and he'll head off for roughing. So that'll nullify the Ryan man advantage. Kelly was a little slow to get up, but he's given a signal to the bench that he's all right. Just do a couple neck rolls, shake it off. So they'll skate 4 aside for the next roughly minute, 52 seconds, and then after that, Kennett will have a shortened power play, assuming nothing else happens here. Puck won back by Kennett. Cucinotta chips it down low. The tally to it. And Martinez with it was able to get it up to LePay. LePay will skate it out. Tried to go all the way across, probably looking for Krieger, but that was behind him. Cucinotta with it. Cucinotta across center ice. Schillinger, Vitale, Henry out there with him. Goes up to Schillinger. All the way across to Henry. Henry chops at it, goes right in the slot. Battle for it in the blue paint. Rolled all the way out. Cucinotta first one to it. Again, cross center ice. Tried to go in, but it ends up rolling off his stick. Foy there, turned over that. Vitale. Skates down, tries to cut to the middle, goes right to the blue paint, but all the way across. Heinzelman goes up to the line. Mott back to Heinzelman. Pay got a whack at it, but only got it out to center ice. Eddie Henry will pick it up from down his end. Goes up the boards for Mott, goes off of his stick. On the middle. Mott shouldered off of that by Martinez. Henry went all the way across for Schillinger. He'll have to skate back for it. Kennett now on the man advantage. Get it in the zone. Martinez is the first one to it. He'll put on the brakes.
It's like Fisher's doubled over here. I don't know what happened to him.
Hayes and Martinez come together and both go to the ice. Up to Mott. He chips it ahead. Colin Kelly races to get to it. Takes a check behind, but stays with the puck. Colin looking for an open person. Rolls it back down for Mott. He puts it right into the middle, but no one was able to do anything with that. Everybody's out of the box, so back to 5-a-side hockey. Tried to get that back to Colin in the middle, but that was cut off. Vecino gathers up and moves in from center ice. Takes a check there from Cucinotta. Chopped ahead for Mott. Mott feeds it up for Colin. Colin across the line. Tried to go all the way over for Nate Cucinotta, but that was behind him. Out to Schubert. Schubert tries to skate. Eddie Henry keeps him wide. Schubert blows a tire, and Eddie Henry gathers up. He looked to go to Vitale, but that hit somebody before reaching him. Back through the middle. Henry bounces ahead for Vitale. Nick across the line. Sidesteps a check there, but I think they were a little aggressive in that. So,
yeah, I mean, that's not even trying to play the puck. That's just.
So Patrick Schubert's going to have a seat for 2 minutes for roughing. So sounded like he was not happy with when Hayes and Martinez went down, because he's got his own, which looked like a headlock as they both went to the ice. So he was going to try and take it out on Vitale, but he missed the check and ends up sitting for it. Ah, the colorful language of hockey. So Yes, indeed. The language of Catholic school hockey. Puck dropped up. Kelly takes the shot from the blue line. Stopper makes that save. Turnaround shot there from Foy. Goes in on Mott. Kelly blows a tire momentarily. Tally, good work to get a stick. Wow. I'm not sure why they called that icing. Tally got a stick on it.
Yeah, I guess the ref said that he didn't, but
I mean, I heard it, and I'm up here.
yeah.
Minute 43 on the Kennett power play. 10:51 to go in the second period. Kennett leads by a score of 2-1. Fisher in the take this. Got it over to Shortledge, banks it ahead. Shot in there from the blue line. Model just hang on. So he had Foy right there behind him.
Did the referee just pick up his stick and give it to him in the middle of the play? Never seen that happen before.
Fisher kicks that back to Cucinotta. Mott waits all the way across, was looking for Shortledge, but Schubert was in a good spot. Well, no, that was Cahill was in a good spot to make that defensive play. Cucinotta behind his net. He'll wait and get set up, send it over. Fisher across center ice. Into the Ryan end. Drops it back for Shortledge. They battle for it. Nate Kelly ends up tries to go over to Mott, but getting knocked away here. Rolled all the way down. Mott tried to roll it in front. Shortledge, Fisher battle for it and skates. The Mott behind and sits on the outside of the net. Bodies go down again. .41 seconds now on the remaining minor to Archbishop Ryan. Drop there. Dugout goes through the defenseman all the way down into the Kennett end. Cucinotta will pick it up from behind as we get down to the 30-second mark remaining in their power play. Skates in. The Shortledge, the blue line, and he'll chip it ahead. Martinez tries to reverse. Cucinotta keeps it in there. Cucinotta again all the way across for Kelly. Collin takes that. That was deflected in front. Gets it to Fisher. He takes the shot. It bounces up and in. So 10 seconds remaining on the power play, and Fisher gets it up and over Stopra to give Kennett a 3-1 lead.
I think that was a shot by Kelly that was blocked by Ryan. It went right to Mott. Made a nice move to give it to Fisher, all alone in the slot.
Drop it again at center ice. They try to dig it out of skates there. It's finally Schillinger who lifts it in, but hits Martinez, and he's able to move it out. Schubert swarmed at from behind. Heinzelman's able to get just enough on it to get it out of the zone. Ryan puts it in, but offside, so they have to wait to touch up. Heinzelman all the way up the boards. Try to get to the Showers, back out beyond him. Battled back and forth along the boards and finally rolled in behind the net. Krieger got to it with Heinzelman there. That goes back behind the net. Schillinger and Earhart come together. Holt rolls it back. Schillinger able to pull along the line. He'll send it near side here, looking for Vitale. Vitale's got LePay behind him.
This is a game where Hayes has to be careful. Ryan has him targeted because of what they call that wrestling move on Martinez. And they're going after him, and now he's going to go back at him.
Puck rolls to the middle. Krieger tried to get an opportunity there, but he was checked in the slot. Second opportunity, Mott makes the save. Puck still loose. Rolls near side, Heinzelman. Earhart able to get it and roll it back down low. There we get a whistle as the net comes off. So Hayes is getting close to his game misconduct for penalties because right now he's at 44, but he just picked up another 2, so he's at 46. So he's 2 minors away from a game vacation.
How many games do we have left in the regular season? 3?
Yes, we play
After
Ryan
this?
one more time, then Bucksmont in the final game against Oxford. So I think I mentioned in the last broadcast, his objective is to get that suspension out of the way before playoffs. Big blocker save there by Mott. Ryan takes the shot. Another save by Mott in front. They go up. Turnaround shot there. Mott with another opportunity. Big save, and this time they find the back of the net.
Yeah, it's a mismatch there with the lines.
So Ryan cuts the lead for Kennett. Down to only 1.
Ryan was being severely outshot. They've almost caught Kennett now. They're within 5. They were being outshot by 15 at one point.
Puck cuts through, goes all the way down. That was from the other side of the red line, so that'll be icing. Yeah, I think they picked up 5 shots on that last shift when they scored.
Yeah. I think this is one, again, can easily go sideways because Ryan's visibly upset. And if they start pushing Kennett's buttons, it's going to turn into a game that Kennett doesn't want to play.
Kuchnana tries to go all the way up. Hayes, turnaround shot there, deflected up in the air. Knocked down by LePay. Tries to get over to Foy, but Shortland strips him of that. This time it goes up off a stick all the way out the center ice. Hayes races back to get it. Earhart with him. Hayes goes down into the boards. Trainer heads out once again. I think they just got their skates tied up as they were going in. I don't think there was anything malicious there on Matthew.
Yeah, I agree. But even if you do get your skates tied up, if you knock the other player down, that's tripping or something.
Mott over to check on his defenseman. Matthew gets to his skates.
See if Matthew can not say anything as he skates past the bench.
I think he gave him a smile. The trainer will go over and check on Matthew, make sure he's all right. 6:18 remaining in this second period. Kennett leads by a score of 3-2. Referee directs traffic. Put down. Kelly rolls it all the way around for Shortledge. Trying to go up. That goes off a body. That was scary. Puck rolls all the way down the other direction and has just enough to make it icing. So they'll bring that back down to the Kennett end and face that off once again. So now the shots are 23-20. I don't remember seeing a shot with it getting to 20. Are this is somebody just adding shots on there now?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Ryan's had the play down here the last few minutes, but
Shot there goes behind the net. Martinez tries to put it there, but didn't get much on that, and Heinzelman gathers up. Heinzelman across center ice. That's the backhand in. Messino moved it back out to the middle. They dig for it right underneath of us. All the way across. LePay tries to make the move on Heinzelman. Drops it for Earhart, and he finds the corner and beats Mott to tie this game up at 3.
could see that coming, Ed. This game's turning sideways here. It's like Kennett's just kind of stopped playing.
So 5.5 to go here. This game is all tied up. Drop there. Fisher's got to try and go around the ref. Does so, has it, makes the move, knocked away from him. Henry puts it all the way in from the center ice. Messino stripped of the puck by Mott. Rass from behind, skates up. Drops it for Hayes. Hayes will put it to the middle. Almost got to Fisher, but just evaded him. Fisher to Mott. He'll roll it up for Henry. Henry skates the middle, takes the shot, hits a body in front, gets it over. Second opportunity. They tried to get it over to Neiman, but nothing there. That shot goes off the outside of the net. Mott takes a big hit there from Martinez. Up to the line. That one lofted in from Hayes, and Stopper easily gloves that and hangs on.
I think Kennett's getting a little frustrated because Ryan's being physical. They've kind of gotten away from moving the puck. They're just, I don't know.
Fisher puts that right in. Stopper will cover that up, and they'll do it again. Puck dug out there. Foy's able to move it all the way down. Looking for Roberts, but Cucinotta beats him to it. Cucinotta skates out. Sends it up to Lucas. Lucas got it up to Neiman. Goes off of his stick all the way down, but from the other side of the red line, so no whistle that icing. And we talked about this in the first game, but can't help to have my attention drawn to Roberts when he's on the ice because of having his goalie cut jersey.
It's definitely a unique look.
He tries to roll to the middle. And he pulls that down. He's harassed from behind by Schubert. Gets all the way in, takes the shot. Stopper makes the save. Hill and Kelly come together. Fisher comes in and pulls the puck away. Rolls it back to the middle. Mott, turnaround shot. Stopper makes that save. Fisher tried to get it back to Mott. Battle for it there. Ends up going to Roberts. All the way across Kelly. Chips it in. Turnover there. Mott has it. Knocked off of him. Tries to make the move. Stop. Turnaround shot goes off a skate. Battle for it in the corner. Mott and Mitchell go down. Glanced down to look at my sheet. I wasn't sure. So number 72, Patrick Foy, he's going to sit for 2 and 10. Check from behind. So Kennett will go to the power play.
So that's 2 and 10.
So Foy won't be back until the very end of the third period. Kelly tried to chip that over. LePay was able to get a stick on it and send it all the way down into the Kennett end. Cucinotta back to retrieve. Skate out from behind the net as Kennett looks to head up ice. Drop for Lucas. Goes back to Cucinotta. In across the line. Lucas tried to drop it back down. He tried to spring Earhart, but Mott pulls that down. Kennett in. Mott makes the move. Takes the shot, hits the pipe. The way behind, Mott knocks it down. Cahill gets to it. He's able to move it out to center ice. Cucinotta circles back, waits for a team to get in position. All the way across to Fisher. Fisher in across the line. Tries to make the move, knocked away from him, but Shortledge was there to support. Not in the corner. He'll roll it all the way up for Collin. Back to Cucinotta. Up to the line. Cross for Fisher. He couldn't get a stick on that, so Mott picks it up in the corner. Bounces back up to Cucinotta. Chopped that there by LePay, but Cucinotta takes the shot. Blocker save there by Stopra. Shortledge tried to go up for Kelly. They battle for it at the line, but it's forced out into the neutral zone. 30 seconds now remaining on the power play. Fisher gets to the Cucinotta. He goes all the way in, tried to deflect in front. Puck up to the line, kept in. Fisher's got to race over to it. Puck sits there. Fisher got it to Shortledge, tried to feed it up to Mott, but he was well covered by Cahill. Shortledge drops it, goes up to Cucinotta. Fisher along the side, final seconds, power play. Back to even strength. Try to get it in front, bounces through. Shortledge rolls it up, big shot there, goes wide. Fisher in the corner, tries to protect the puck. Up in skates, gets the Cucinotta, he'll wind up, take the shot. Bouncing puck there by Stopra, but able to keep it out of the net. Good movement and shots from Kennett. Just couldn't find the back of the net. Just over a minute to go in this tied game, second period. Rolls up for Henry. He tries to thread the needle, bounces in front. Roberts is able to pull it out across the line, get it ahead to Schubert. Schubert will put it in deep. Rolled up the Showers. Takes a couple swings at it, doesn't get it go much of anywhere. Turnaround there, goes all the way through the slot. Catali's on the other side. Catali bodied there by Krieger. Turnover goes in, it's on sides, but Messino with it. He's got a little bit of space. Hill outlet. Schubert got a stick on it, so no icing there. Heinzelman chips it up for Showers. Goes up to the line, Messino with it, but he'll keep it in and send it back down low. Heinzelman must have caught a stick there. He's shaking his hand. Roberts rolls it in.
I think it's when he ran into Roberts. He just jammed his hand or wrist.
We adjust the clock as we're down to 20 seconds remaining in this second period. Kennett voluntarily playing shorthanded.
It's the center's job to make sure we have all players before you get in there for the draw.
Ryan wins that, gets it all the way up to Messina. He'll bank it down low. Cucinotta to it. Roll it up for Mott. Mott tries to go up, gets across the line. Bounces right back. Mott at center ice. Final few seconds. Comes back through the neutral zone, and that will end the second period. So with 2 periods now in the book, this game is tied up at 3. Shots through those 2 periods of play. Kennett 29, Archbishop Ryan 24. Step aside for a second and be back with third period in just a moment. Both teams come out to center ice as we about to get this third period underway. Game tied 3-all. Chip to the Ryan end. Cahill's able to move it out, and LePay will put it in deep behind the Kennett net. Hayes to it. Gets it up to Shortledge. He's got to turn around for it. Rolls off his stick. It's able to be kept in. Earhart, turnover. Takes the shot, but that's muted. Mott dives out to cover up and get the whistle.
I think this is Ryan's top 5 grouping here. Earhart, LePay, Schubert, Cahill.
Ryan wins that, banks it over. Earhart comes off of his stick. Kelly will roll it back around for Hayes. He overskates that one. Have to dig it out of the corner. Finally comes out, Shortledge with it. Backhands up to the line, but not out. LePay makes the move, sends it all the way through. No one's there. Kuchnada picks it up. Sends it back to Shortledge, goes off of his stick. He's able to pick it back up again, at least momentarily, and roll it back down low. It's shouldered into the boards. Schubert goes down to the ice, and Kennett's going to have a seat. Somebody is for cross-checking.
Shortledge.
So Shortledge is going to sit for 2 minutes, cross-checking the call. Give Archbishop Ryan a power play opportunity as they look to untie this game. This is a big kill for Kennett.
It's a bad penalty for Kennett. Cross-checking in the offensive zone. Just no reason for that.
Turnaround shot by Krieger. It's able to squeeze that in the midsection. Hang on. Kelly gathers that up afterwards, and he'll loft it the length of the ice. Luca's going to be the first one to it. Shrugs off a check from Martinez. Martinez is able to move it up. Center ice there to Krieger. Krieger gets it to center for Roberts. That one goes off a skate into the corner. Kelly goes hard all the way around, up to the line, and Mott gets it away from Messino. Mott with it across the line. Tries to get a shot off, but that hits a skate and stays wide. Martinez skates out with speed. All the way into the zone, takes the shot that was headed wide. Eden came out to play it and get a pad on it. Kuchnada tried to wrap that around, but didn't get a good swing at that one. Pass there goes through blue paint. Shot there is blocked and sent out to the neutral zone. Half the Shortledge power or penalty expired. And Trey goes up and off his gloves. Played back to Cahill. Cahill to Roberts. Roberts takes a swing at that, but misses it. Earhart's there to recover and rolls back with it. Earhart over to Schubert. Schubert ridden into the boards there by Kelly. All the way across for Cahill. Roberts goes up. Fisher's there with it. Fisher will send it the length of the ice. One last opportunity here for Ryan as we tick down to 10 seconds remaining on the Shortledge cross-check. LePay across the line. Penalties expired. That goes all the way across. Shot there goes up, out of play, and we'll get a whistle. Back to even strength hockey.
Ed, so when are you going to announce that you have some top secret government documents at the car wash? Everybody seems to have them.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if we're going to announce it. We'll wait till the FBI comes and finds it.
They assign a special counsel to.
Rolled ahead to Neiman. Neiman skates in, tries to take the shot, but I think he just waited just a second too long. All the way up to the line. Eddie Henry bobbles it, kept it in at least momentarily. 2-on-1 the other direction for Ryan. In across the line. Kern trying to get that shot through.
Great back check by Schillinger there. Great hustle.
Pay at center ice. He'll turn around. Takes the shot. That goes up and over the net. All the way near side. Mott's there with it. He goes the other direction. He'll chip it in and chase. From behind the net, bodies go down. Puck to the corner. Kern moves it ahead. Hayes races to get to it. Lifts it up to center ice. Tally's there. Schubert behind him. Puck up and nope, finally over the line. And back for Kelly. Tried to go to the middle looking for Showers, but ended up hitting him. Mott steps around one. Gets to the circle. Makes the move. Still with it. Takes the shot. Puck sat right in the crease. Shot there from Hayes goes the other direction. 2-on-1 for Ryan. Good defensive work there from Nate Kelly.
We've seen a lot of bad puck management at our offensive blue line tonight, Ed. Number of giveaways there. That's just, you can't give it away at the blue line.
Kelly all the way to Kuchnot at center ice. He'll wind it in deep. Fisher gets to it. Fisher tried to go to the middle looking for Kuchnot. He got a stick on it, but it stayed wide. Kuchnot leaned on there by LePay, but able to skate away from him. All the way up to the blue line. Nate Kelly. Back for Kuchnot. Tries to go through, gets to the Fisher. Fisher's got a spot, goes. I don't know if that hit the pipe or what, but he didn't miss by much. LePay will get it, and he'll lift it the length of the ice. And it will not have enough for icing. Third period ice. Kelly up the center ice. He'll put it in deep from there. It bounces and sits behind the net. Martinez picks it up. Martinez moves it up. Fisher knocks it down. Spun around, but stays with it. Tried to roll it to the middle. Kuchnot is able to get it and stay in. Kuchnot knocked away from him by Martinez, but still on the puck. Up to Heinzman at the blue line. Back to Kuchnot. He'll put it down low, looking for Colin. Colin and Martinez come together. Kuchnot back up to Heinzelman. He's got space, takes the shot through traffic, hits a body in front. Martinez is able to lift it, and he'll send it down into the Kennett end. Henry gathers it up there. He'll send it over. Good read there from Cahill to knock that pass away. Henry was looking to get it up. Shortledge across the line. Gets to the Kuchnot. He takes the shot. Stopper makes the save. Big opportunity there for Kennett. Stopper was up, tore it. Earhart forced wide. It's the shot off, but it's the outside of the net. Shortledge will circle back. Send it all the way across. Henry will chip it up. All the way down. No icing. Couldn't see if anybody touched it because it was right below us. Puck lifted all the way down. Henry gets to it first and gets it over to Heinzelman. Heinzelman tried to get it to Kelly. No icing there. Kennett sends most of their players out on a line change. Moved ahead for Schubert. Up to the line. Hayes there. Trying to get it back to Fisher. Fisher had to adjust for it. So 52. That's Von Krieger from Archbishop Ryan is going to have a seat for 2 minutes for interference. She'll give Kennett a power play and a chance to untie this game. Make adjustments to my clock. Fisher Lost that to Martinez, and he lifts it and puts it in his own bench. So they'll still face that off down in the offensive zone for Kennett.
It's not a good way to get more ice time. Hit your coach with the puck.
They frown upon that, I assume. Shortledge drops it off for Kuchnata. Rolls it back down. Shortledge with it. Behind the net. All the way up to Colin. Back to Tate. Colin Kelly with it one more time. He surveys. Tries to get it down low for Mott. Bounces off of his stick, but he stays with it. Mott rolls it up for Colin. Colin across to Kuchnata. The survey and bank it down for Shortledge. All the way across. That gets by everybody and out to the neutral zone, so Kennett needs to reset. Kuchnata circles around. Gets to the circle. Kennett's back to set up. Back up to Colin. All the way across to Fisher. Fisher rolls it back down for Lucas. Goes back up to Shortledge. Gets the shot off, but the stopper makes that save. Second opportunity. That one catches a stick and goes over the net. Ryan clears it down as we hit 50 seconds remaining on the Kennett power play. Colin waits, gets everybody in position. He's in the zone. Rolls it to the middle for Shortledge. Shortledge takes the shot. Stopper makes the save. So we get another whistle. We'll wait and see what the referee's going to call there. Was the too many men?
Too many men.
So 34 seconds remaining on the first minor. So Kennett has 34 seconds of a two-man advantage. Assuming that nothing happens with that, then they'll go back to one, but Kennett will take the timeout. They'll draw up a plan and see if they can untie this game.
It's been a struggle here.
Stoppers making some big saves here in this third period as they're putting more pucks on them. Shots currently 33 Kennett, 28 Ryan.
And for every penalty, there's a hand signal that the referee gives to the scorebox attendant so they know what they're calling. Too many men, it's not officially in the rule book, but there's a couple different ways to do it. But the signal that a lot of referees do is they put their one finger up in the air and they twirl it around, kind of like a whoop-de-doo signal, which seems kind of funny to me, but it's like, I don't know how one finger spinning in the air means
too
you have
many
too
men.
many men, but I always enjoy when that finger comes out and twirl it around.
As opposed to other fingers that we sometimes see.
I see a lot of those driving up here through North Philly. You know what else I don't understand? Like coming up 95, there's cars that are like 1990, like I don't even know how they're still on the road, and they're doing 120. It's like, how do they get those cars to go that fast? Like, it's always like the oldest car that looks like it couldn't even start. It's going the fastest on the highway.
Kuchnata picks it up. Kennett on the two-man advantage. Mott with it. Go across, fan on that first one. Second opportunity gets over to Fisher. Fisher tries to go through. Puck sits there. Stopper was on top of it and didn't realize it. 16 seconds remaining on the two-man advantage.
What I'd like to see there is that puck, when it gets over to Fisher, he has all that space to go right through the seam there on the back door to either Mott or Shortledge.
Rolled there, able to get it back to Kuchnata. Fisher there set up. Back to Kuchnata, 10 seconds remaining on the two-man advantage. Fisher, back to Kuchnata. Try to get to the Fisher, he's got to chase that down. Winding up shot there, didn't get all of that. Bouncing puck. First penalty's expired. Bounces to Kuchnata. Steps around Krieger. Kuchnata will skate all the way behind. Gets it to Fisher. Fisher back to Kuchnata. Nate all the way across for Mott. It's back to Kuchnata again. Back to Mott. Fisher Takes the shot there, goes through the blue paint. Nobody can get to it. Mott's got a race to keep it in the zone. Good work. Cucinotta with it, he surveys. Goes all the way across for Fisher with a wide open net and just couldn't put it in the back. Great play there, but everything but the finish. Mott, good work to keep that in. Skates to the circle, back over to Fisher. He's got to skate to get back to that. Mott with it. 24 seconds remaining on the power play. Fisher, back to Mott. Takes the shot, deflected wide.
I'd like to see Kennett take more shots here. They're taking too much time. We need to just get pucks on net.
Cucinotta flips it across. Tried to get it up for Mott. He's able to get it over to Fisher. Final few seconds of the power play. Cucinotta takes the shot. Stopper makes the save. It drops in front, and he covers up.
Again, I'd like to see just more shots there, Ed. I know they're trying to set up a nice play, but we wasted a lot of time holding the puck, just passing around the outside. That's what the penalty kill wants you to do.
So back to 5-a-side. Schubert with speed down to the Kennett end, gets a shot in on Mott. He'll cover up and take the whistle. Just over 5.5 minutes remaining in this third period. Game all tied up at 3. Puck battle sits in front. They're whacking at it. Eden finally able to get a stick and push it to the corner. Schillinger sends it all the way across. Vitale, he tries to get a step on Martinez. Gets to it. Martinez pulls it away and is able to move it out to center ice. That puck goes in. It's offsides. Kennett needs to touch up. Martinez from behind his net. Goes up the boards out to center ice. Henry gathers up there. Puts it up to Vitale. He's in the line, and he'll direct it into the far corner. Martinez to it. Way across to Schubert. Goes off of LePay's stick. Neiman with it at the circle. Tries to take a shot. Goes off of Martinez's stick. Henry has it knocked away from him by LePay, but he finally moves it in the zone. Martinez lifts it high in the air, down to the Kennett blue line. All the way in. They almost hit LePay, but that pass was behind him. Henry with it. He overskates that. Gets checked over there by Earhart. Up to the line. Martinez takes the shot from the blue line, hits a body and stays wide. Henry goes up, but Martinez is there. Martinez winds up, takes the shot, that goes wide. Neiman gets to it, tries to get it out, but knocked down by Schubert. That one sent all the way down. Martinez behind his net. Up to Schubert. Sends it over to Sean Schubert. He's in across the zone. Tries to make the move, gets the shot, stays wide. Put it in the middle. That one sat there for a moment.
Woo. It's a quick whistle.
Puck sent the length of the ice, goes just wide. Stopper watched that, so icing. Archbishop Ryan aggressive these last couple minutes as they look to untie it themselves. 3:45 remaining in this tie game. Aiden making some equipment adjustments as he's redoing a strap on his pads. He's got it all situated.
The Ryan bench is calling for delay a game, which technically, if you read the rule book, the goalie is allowed minimal time to make any equipment adjustments. But in youth leagues, where a lot of times you only have one goalie dressed, there's really not another option.
Cucinotta picks it up at center ice. Puts on the brakes, feeds all the way across for Collin. Collin takes the shot, Stopper makes the save, it sits in the crease, and he's able to cover up. Offensive zone draw here. Colin Kelly goes in to take the face-off. Over to Kuchnata, but he was tied up there by Mitchell. Up to the line, but stays in. Kuchnata, turnaround shot, deflected in front. Messino was there. Stripped from him. Kelly takes the shot. Stopra bounces up and in. And I hit the wrong button. I hit the button to capture the replay, and I jumped to the replay. So Kennett gets the go-ahead goal with just over 3 minutes remaining. Let's see if I captured it.
I don't know if he got it, but Kelly stole it out of the corner, made a quick curl, just a nice hard wrist shot. It went right between the pads of Stopra. In.
Face off there. Nate Kelly will chip it up to center ice. Got to the Kuchnata. He'll get to the line.
Offside?
Yeah, Colin was just over the line. He was trying to stretch, but not quite that limber.
Enough.
Nope, not limber enough to do that. Kuchnata there. He'll just chip it in, but it sits at the line. Earhart moves it back to Kuchnata, but he's pushed off of that. LePay in across the line. Knocked away from him, but he's right back to it. Makes the move. Mott's able to glove that, and he'll hang on. Both teams make some player adjustments. Ryan wins that. Chip it down low. Kelly moves it up, gets it to Mott. Mott will skate it out. Cross center ice, he'll chip in deep. He's first one to it. Rolls it up to Nate Kelly at the line. Kelly will chip one in. Schillinger got a stick on it, but it ends up going wide. Puck along the boards, Schillinger. Bouncing puck. Puck from here looked like it came out, but the referee didn't see it, so. Opportunity steps in front. Stopper makes several big saves.
They're going to go bonkers if the puck goes in because of the offside miss.
Kuchnata tries to roll it down low. They battle for it there. Bouncing puck. Earhart moved it up to the line. He finally gets it out. Fisher at center ice. He'll skate in. Fisher goes wide, puts on the brakes. Takes the check there. Gets by Kelly. LePay tries to go all the way down. Kuchnata stays with him. Gets it all the way over. Fisher had Kern right there.
Kennett has to be careful here. They're tired from being in the offensive zone. They need to get a change here and get fresh players out there.
Puck bounces all the way through, sits in front. Second opportunity. Martinez takes the shot, goes through traffic, but forced wide. Mott to it. Forced off the play. They battle for it in the corner. Puck rolls all the way across. Martinez, turnaround shot, that goes wide. Lucas bounces it up, gets it by everybody. That'll go all the way down, and we'll have enough for icing. As we get down just below a minute remaining in this. Kennett's got some tired players.
Timeout, Ryan.
Ryan's going to take a timeout, as I'm guessing they might be looking to pull Stopra, as they'll get an offensive zone draw with 52 seconds remaining in this one. Kennett leads by 1. Take this opportunity to thank everybody who's watching our games. I know our viewership has been steadily growing. By all means, please share the link with anybody who's interested. And again, I know that it technically has no bearing, but I like saying it because it sounds official. All rights to this broadcast are reserved. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of Kennett Hockey is expressly prohibited. 52.9 seconds.
Looks like the paid attendance is 46.
What's that?
I think the paid attendance is 46 here, not counting us. So we have more people watching at home, I think, than are
we have
here in the building.
By far. If this is right, we're actually looking at about 64 people watching right now. Well, I guess it's 63 because I'm one of them. So I guess it doesn't count because I keep my preview camera up. So
I think if I was think if I was Ryan, I would just have my goalie out right now. They have an offensive zone draw with 52 seconds.
Stopper's out. He's way out of the crease. I think he's looking for instruction.
Yeah, but it's going to take him
Puck
10
is down.
seconds to get
They
here.
get back to Messino. Takes the shot. Bounces all the way through. Doesn't get to Mott. Kuchenot is there. He'll lift it. Gets to the line. Mott's at the blue line. Banks it. Goes off a skate back. Colin Kelly almost turned that over. Earhart and Kuchenot come together in the corner. All the way up. Shot there. Deflected. And in! So Ryan ties the game up with only 29 seconds remaining. Puck deflected in front, goes up and over and gets by Mott to tie this at 4.
Yeah, they tried to make a D to D pass back deep in the zone. They should have just pushed it out over the blue line, and it didn't work out.
Battle for there. Ryan comes away with it. Final few seconds. They bank it all the way up. Kuchenot at the red line. He gets tied up there. It's forced the other direction. Colin Kelly has to go back to get it. Final few seconds. Up to Kuchenot. We'll just feather it up. LePay gets a stick on it, and he'll roll it back in. Mott sets it up. Schillinger wraps it all the way around for Shortledge. 2-1, and that will end regulation. So 3 periods is not enough to decide this one. We'll do 1 5-minute sudden death overtime, 3-on-3.
It's a frustrating last goal there.
So with 3-on-3 hockey, it is a true possession game. Maintaining the puck, keeping possession, not dumping it in is the key.
Yeah, you really need players that are comfortable with the puck and like to have the puck on their stick. If you're a little bit jumpy with the puck or a little unsure, it's going to be a turnover and goes the other way. Odd man rushes, so we'll see what combinations Kuchenot puts out here. Sorry, Ed.
I was going to say, Kuchenot, Fisher, and Lucas Mott are the first 3 to come out the center ice. Eden heads out to take his spot in the blue paint.
Yeah, I think what you want to, I think a common strategy is to try to get it over as quickly as possible, right? Try to get guys out there that you think can handle the puck and generate good scoring chances right away. Because the longer it goes on, the more tired people get, and you start getting into different matchups that you don't want. So I'm sure Ryan's going to put out, I'm going to guess LePay,
Earhart,
and maybe one of the Schuberts.
Let's see.
Maybe Messino here.
So Messino comes out. Number 6, Sean Schubert. And 29, Aaron Earhart are the first 3 to come out for Ryan.
I'm a little surprised LePay's not out there, but maybe this is part of the strategy of see what these 3 can do. I think LePay is he's our top goal scorer.
A lot of noise from the benches as they come to center ice. And we start overtime. Fisher's directing traffic. Puck knocked away there. Mott, Messino come together along the boards. We battle for it. Comes up and out. Cucinato will gather up. Cucinato rolls back behind the net. He'll wait to get some open space. He and Fisher crisscross. Cross for Fisher. Fisher back to Cucinato. He'll cycle back to Mott across the blue line. Mott at the circle. Makes the move on Messino. Stays with it. Messino is able to get the puck away from him. Ryan now with the puck. Messino skates up. Puck rolled all the way back down. As Ryan was looking to make a couple changes. Cahill on the ice. Mott steps across the line. Fisher in the zone. Forced out. Earhart gets that. Puts on the brakes. Tries to get all the way across. Gets it over to Cahill. He takes the shot, but that goes wide.
Kennett needs a change here. They're tired.
Mott rolls it back behind. Fisher goes rink wide. Lucas with it. Moves back to Cucinato. Colin Kelly steps out on the ice. Mott heads out. Cucinato will hold it behind the net. He'll wait for the rest. Schillinger out with him.
Cucinato's telling Kelly, take the puck here while I go change. Just hold it right there. Colin wasn't listening.
Colin from behind the net. Shortledge on. Cross for Schillinger. Schillinger gets it up to Shortledge. Back to Schillinger. Over to Kelly. In across the line. Kelly drops it for Shortledge, but that was ahead of him. He got a stick on it, but not enough. Rolled ahead. Tried to get it to LePay, but he overskates that. Shortledge with it again. Tries to chip it around to himself and stays with it. Shortledge goes behind. Stays all the way behind. He'll skate up to the line. Kept it in. Rolls off of Kelly's stick. Bouncing puck comes right back to him. Kelly tried to feed it to the middle. Stays with it. Kelly backhanded and in! Colin Kelly backhands it in. Kennett wins this one in overtime by a score of 5-4.
Well, that's 2 for Kelly tonight, right? Goal number 3 or 4th goal of the game to take the lead, and then overtime winner here, right?
Kennett bench comes out to congratulate him. Woo! This one was a little too exciting, but ended in the win for Kennett. So Kennett now has the 2-1 lead in games against Archbishop Ryan, with one more coming up this Friday. Same time, same building, same teams. As they come together for the traditional handshake line in ice hockey, we'd like to thank everybody for joining us. Hopefully we will see you back on the broadcast on Friday, and as exciting as this was, share the link, tell your friends. We'll see if we can get that number over 200. So for Mr. Mott, our cameraman extraordinaire, Smith and Shortledge, I'm Ed Henry. Have a good night, and we'll see you Friday.